Ahoy, welcome back. Now we're supposed to be getting a lodge application, but this fella won't give it to us. So where's the exit? There it is. So let's go investigate other areas, and let's see if we can find something. Let's go to the abandoned house just to see what's going on in there. We got a car, wasps. Those are the noisiest fucking wasps. Oh, this is the wasp lady. She appears to be floating, or maybe she's just leaning backwards and forwards. It's kind of hard to tell from this angle because it's wasp nest. What have we got over there? Nothing. Okay, so she has a severe wasp fetish.
It's not often that I get visitors. I am Tetsuo Crumb. The ignorant of harvest called me the Wasp Woman. A pejorative, no doubt, born of fear and a poverty of imagination.
I don't understand.
The politics of honey, the Judeo-Christian rites of sacrifice and conventional taboos against unbridled pleasure are all responsible for the prejudice against wasps. The politics of honey are intertwined with the age-old struggle of the aesthetic versus the commercial. Because I choose to raise wasps instead of bees, I'm frowned upon by the community. Why? Well, raising bees is acceptable because they produce honey. But sometimes it's not what is produced, so much as what is performed.
I don't see any particular use for wasps.
Why must everything have a use? Is money always the determining factor? More slender, more aerodynamic than the bee. The wasp is a joy to behold.
Rest in peace, ears.
Beautiful and juicy. Isn't that enough to compensate for the little drawbacks? Well, as you can see, the little darlings do love to sting. Another source of prejudice for the masses, and another reason to love them. Bees are like animals. They sting only for a reason, for sacrifice. They have no conception of individual sensation, of pleasure. Yes, a great deal of pleasure. The wasp is a sensual being, not a laborer, hedonistic instead of industrial. Some think them quick to anger. In truth, they are easily swayed to ecstasy.
Charming.
They penetrate your flesh, and the muscular contractions in their thorax as they pump venom could be likened to the muscular contractions of ejaculation, each painful welt, an act of love.
This is getting a bit much for me.
When a bee stings, it rips itself apart and dies for its heart.
That's actually not true.
This appeals to those raised worshipping a god that demands sacrifice and atonement. But the wasp is promiscuous.
Bees don't actually die when they sting people.
To the masses.
Common misconception.
Because they don't die when they sting. They live to sting another day, and they take pleasure from it.
Let's type in mum. I guess it's. I wonder if both works. Because I would put a
A
U.
triviality.
But this is obviously probably an American game.
A triviality.
What could I type? I don't know. Let's just type bye. She doesn't really seem to have too much to say. Okay, so we also have a job at the meat plant. So let's see where the meat plant is. Meat plant, there we go. Jesus. Bloody tyre tracks. How much? There's just blood left all up. Let's see, is that the way in? Horrible stench. I was worried that would take me elsewhere. Examine the barrels. Smells extremely bad. So we've got cats all around here, for whatever reason. I mean, I can guess.
Steve, how's your father? Is he better?
About the same, I guess.
He's been away from work for weeks, and when I call your house, your mother won't let me talk to him.
I haven't seen him either.
This is a fine kettle of fish, I must say, though I am glad to see you taking an interest in the business in your dad's absence.
Who are you?
Aw, Steve, I didn't want to believe that amnesia hokum. Now you're saying you don't remember your pal Pat O'Reilly?
How did he know so quickly?
Look, I'm not kidding about the amnesia. Why won't anyone believe me?
Well, you always were such a kidder, Steve.
I sure as hell don't feel like a kidder now.
What exactly is wrong with your dad?
I don't know. I can't get in to see him.
You may come to realize that this business is not for everybody. Just ask your poor, ill dad. It takes dedication.
Yes.
And a strong stomach.
Yeah, okay, that wasn't really... I guess it's just gratuitous
A lot
gore.
of times, when I'm finished scrubbing up and digging the bits of intestine out from my fingernails,
Oh boy.
I must confess I don't have much appetite for red meat. But red meat is one of the principal food groups, and you've got to have it. So when you can do this all day and help yourself to a juicy red steak afterwards, then by golly, you can call yourself a butcher.
Well, to be perfectly honest, I can't
Of course,
imagine...
amnesia would certainly help that, wouldn't it?
I was going to say, I can't imagine many vegetarians have decided to become butchers.
Come to think of it, I don't see any cattle around here. Where do you keep the animals?
Does it matter? The end product is all the customer cares about, Steve. And we only carry the finest meat.
What's that?
Only the juiciest cuts.
Okay, so there seems to be a lot of cutscenes.
Once you take over the business, you'll realize the importance of maintaining quality while cutting costs. We know what we're doing here, Steve.
Okay, this game doesn't seem to...
If we didn't, would the lodge use us to cater their affairs? Your father's very particular about the profit, Steve. No freebies for anyone. But seeing how you're his son, if you'll bring written permission from your father, I'll give you the meat.
Cutting costs, lodge...
There are certain tricks of the trade, Steve. Once your dad gets better and you start working in here cutting up the meat, you'll be privy to them. There's always cheaper, better ways to do things, if you're creative.
Okay, this is obviously an issue I'm going to have to try to sort out. What was the last one? I completely forgot what it was. Oh, it was the lodge, that was it. Lodge.
The Order of the Harvest Moon sponsors a weenie roast on the lodge grounds every summer, which we
Weenie
cater.
roast.
Though they tend to get their meat elsewhere the rest of the year.
I wonder why.
Heck, the best way to find out is to sign up with them. They're a great organization, Steve. They do wonderful work, just like us butchers. They do what needs to be done and expect nothing in return.
Then how do they support themselves? Membership dues?
From what I hear, the work is its own reward. Don't be such a stranger, Steve. And my best to your dad.
Okay, so we're at that place. That place had nothing. Meat plant. I don't really see much point in going to this school. Police station, Edna's Diner, newspaper building, fire station, the hotel, let's go to the cemetery and see if anything's... But that is a fancy cemetery. Boxcar Willie. Working his way up from the boxcars, is he? Oh, may your fantasies be forever gory. The unnamed hobo. Not even glue could save him. Okay, let's get out of this area because the thunder's really annoying. Crypt of some sort. Okay, so there's nothing here. I was expecting something to happen, but no. So we're going to leave here, and let's go to the mortuary. Anything in here? Some of the candles, sofa, comfortable looking sofas, schedule. Is that a book? I'll keep doing that, it's fucking annoying. Okay, so there's nothing here either. So we might as well leave. So yeah, what we're supposed to be doing, Johnson. What we're supposed to be doing is getting a lodge application, but we can't do that yet. Let's go to the general store. Let's go around in a square, and I'll leave the missile base till last. Plebs. Oh, no, is that Phelps? I think that's actually Phelps. He's too busy working to notice you. Debris. Professional break-in. God, that's fucking annoying. What have we got over here? Ah, here we go. 3 copies made here, so I could probably make a copy of the master version.
Can I help you, dear?
Who are you?
This is Phelps General Store, so who would that make me? Maybe you need to go back to Gein Memorial and have Miss Whaley teach you about logic.
I'm fuzzy on a lot of things these days. My memory's gone.
Pshaw, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I'm serious, I need some help.
Well, they say a sharp blow to the head is a good thing for amnesia. In which case, I'd recommend Miss Whaley again. Then again, they say a good scare can jog the memory. In which case, I'd advise you to visit the Sergeant at Arms over at the lodge. That man gives me the willies. Speaking of willies, how's your father?
Don't know. Haven't seen him.
Well,
Care to buy anything today?
Either my dad is named Willie, or he has a big one. So, one of the two. Judging by the smile on her face, it's the second one.
Just point to whatever you want. I'm a little hard of hearing.
How about those sweet gams? Oh, we've got rat poison. Yeah, rat poison by the looks of it. Jugs. Juicy jugs. Wow, 25 cents for an adult magazine. I mean, I don't know what the point of the adult magazine is, so I don't want to buy anything, because this is an old ass game, and they will just they will let you make the wrong decisions on purpose just to fuck you. Empty meat box. Alright, so I don't know who would want the adult magazine, in the game I mean. Excuse me. Post office. Post office I've already been to, haven't I? That's... pardon me. Yeah, so this guy's not going to give me anything, is he? Okay, let's go to the final place. Barbershop. Pastorelli's. Wow, what is that little midget? Oh, he's got red eyes. Is that's an, yeah, I was going to say it's an alien. It's Ayla Mao. Let's talk to the little manlet. This 5-foot fella. Wow, it's not even on the table. I mean, I know I shouldn't really be complaining about something made in the 90s, not being perfectly animated.
Howdy, Steve.
Oh my fucking god.
Howdy. Back, Mr.
Pete Swell, Steve.
Okay,
Don't you pull my old leg now. Change your mind about that aluminum siding?
What are you talking about?
Fuck me.
I really think you should talk your father into buying some. He can afford it. And I can't stress enough the value of some really fine aluminum siding. Keeps it warm in the summer, cool in the winter, and it keeps out the sheep. Pastorelli ought to look into some, but I can't get him to understand a word I say.
Is there going to be some light racism, some casual racism in this game?
Steve, aluminum siding can't get a fair shake no more. Started when those firemen came to harvest, filling people's heads with newfangled notions like color coordination and interior design. You can paint aluminum, you know, if you want to. But even so, I can't seem to move it anymore. Not even to a rube like Pastorelli. Thank God for the plumbing. Pastorelli's a rube from way back. Ask Clem Parsons how he followed up with the alarm system in here. I'm a plumber. I could fix it for him, but he just won't listen. Well, I seen the end coming for the aluminum siding game, so I took a mail course and learned how to be a plumber. Now, there's a business that never lets up. You'd be surprised what people flush down the toilet.
What was the last one? Sheep.
Can't understand why Pastorelli keeps that nasty thing in here. Must remind him of the pastures in Italy. Kinda like why I keep wrenches under my pillow, so's I can dream about plumbing.
Uh-huh.
Nice to see you again,
Jesus
Steve.
fucking Christ.
Hello there, youngster. You see, them aliens I was telling you about? Well, they came back last night. Cut another crop circle in my south field.
How come I never seen none of them saucers, Clem?
Them aliens is wily, Pete. You don't cross the intergalactic void without learning a trick or two. You know what Pastorelli did? Yesterday, he gets an alarm system to protect his pole. Only he don't know how to rig it, so now it's all awry. Pastorelli shelled out for an alarm system, all right, but he's too cheap to hire an electrician to hook her up. Dang idiot cross-wired it through the fire sprinkler, so now when the alarm goes off, it sets the sprinkler spraying. Tarnation! Aliens looking for intelligent life ought to stay away from this shop, sure enough. Well, son, the ways of the alien is a specialized area of woodcraft unknown to all but the wiliest sportsmen. What you gotta remember is, your average alien is smarter than your average human, so you gotta be extra careful building your blind if you want to bag one.
You hunt aliens.
Son, after nailing an alien, you can never go back to quails.
Yeah, so for some reason this...
What? You think you can get one of those at a swap meet?
Yeah, so for some reason the...
Line your blind with lead to fool their sensing machines. Lay real quiet and wait. Preferably in the woods around the nuclear base. Oh, they love messing around out there.
Why not wait outside your field, Clem? Wait for 'em to come a-carving.
Oh, they do their crop doodles with zap guns, you darn fool. Don't you know nothing? Besides, ain't no place to put the blind out in the field. Now, you listen to Clem Parsons if you want to tag an unearthly being. Lay across the void, wondering what lies beyond, all the time not knowing that what awaits them is buckshot.
Uh-huh, okay then.
Anytime, Steve.
Cool, yeah, so we are going with, well, I don't know, I don't know if I'd call that racist, and actually, I mean, if that's, it's not really... Okay, so we've been there, we've been to your house, let's go to the Potsdam residence. Is that where Stephanie is? Jesus fucking Christ.
There he is, my future son-in-law. And how's he doing today? What brings him to the Potsdam household, huh? Huh? Oh, you'll have to ask the missus about that. Stephanie's grounded to the wedding. Can't have her changing her mind at the last minute. Not with all that meat at stake.
I haven't seen my father. He's locked in a room.
He's not going to die, is he?
Like I said, I don't know. That woman, Mom, tends to him herself.
Well, next time you see him, be sure to tell him that I said hello. And tell him that I'm praying for his speedy recovery. And also, would you remind him about the meat? Especially about the meat.
Yeah, fine. If I see him.
You should be more concerned. If he dies, then who's going to take over the slaughterhouse? Who's going to tend to the meat? I guess as his son, you'd take over. Right? I can't imagine a better job than working in a slaughterhouse.
I can't understand a word he's saying. This background music is so fucking loud, it's a joke.
Sure, it'd be just dandy. And you can't argue with success. Everyone in Harvest gets their meat from your dad. What a grand business to go into. Oh, sure. Cutting animals open may not be much fun. Reaching into their bodies and yanking out the bloody guts, intestines dangling and slapping against you, the smell of death and shit in your nostrils all the time. Well, those are all definite cons. But once you're done, the guts have
Fucking
been
hell, my
washed into
ears.
the gutters. What are you left with? Meat. Rows and rows of scrumptious red meat. Meat is the foundation of any decent society. Everyone needs at least 3 servings of red meat a day. And anyone who says otherwise is a commie. And once you're married to Stephanie, I'll be part of the family too. And your father will give me all the meat I want. Kind of makes up for not getting into the lodge.
Why are you so anxious to get into the lodge?
There's wonders inside. I've heard there's more meat in there than they know what to do with. Now that you're of age, Steve, you might go down to the post office and fill out a lodge application. They're always looking for new blood.
Tell me about this wedding.
Well, it looks like we're going to have to hold the wedding down at the funeral parlor.
Jesus.
Since I'm not a member of the lodge. Mr. Moynihan has given his okay, and your father is going to cater the affair with plenty of meat. Moynihan is the undertaker. He also runs the Wayward Hotel. Since he's providing the space for the wedding, you might stop by and say hello to him, just to be sociable. But whatever you do, be sure to say hi to your father for me. Will you do that? Tell him hi, and remind him of the meat.
Let's go into the kitchen.
Hello, Steve. Have
That's
you
some
flossed
crazy
today?
hair. Jesus, I'd like to see what's her name.
Well, Stephanie is grounded, Steve.
Why?
I'm sure I don't know. Mr. Potsdam has sent her to her room, and in her room she'll stay until Mr. Potsdam says otherwise. Probably until the wedding. Mr. Potsdam feels there's too much at stake to allow Stephanie to run around loose.
She doesn't want to get married either, huh?
Are you saying you don't want to marry my daughter?
I don't know your daughter, Mrs. Potsdam. Why is she grounded? Afraid she'll run away before the wedding?
So,
No.
I wonder...
She's as delighted as we are about the wedding, every bit as delighted as we are. But she might get hit by a car, or a falling piano, or who knows what.
This is not a cartoon.
Mr. Potsdam wants us all to be one happy family, and he doesn't want to risk anything happening at the last minute. Not a chance to. If you'd like to see her, it's fine with me. Go upstairs and turn right. Now excuse me, I'm trying to get ready for the bake sale.
This charity bake sale. What is it supposed to benefit?
Oh, I dislike talking about gruesome subjects. When you get right down to it, all charity is pretty ugly, isn't it?
I don't follow.
Ask Mr. Moynihan. He's organized this event. In conjunction with the lodge, naturally. Mr. Moynihan runs the Wayward Hotel and the Shady Oaks Funeral Parlor. It's rumored he has connections with the lodge. You mustn't be too hard on Mr. Potsdam, Steve. He's a disappointed man. No matter how many lodge admission forms he fills out, they keep turning him down. He has a new application in, though, so keep your fingers crossed. If he joins the lodge, you and Stephanie can have your wedding in the Chapel of Love, rather than
What is
over
this,
at
Back to the
Moynihan's
Future?
place. Give my regards to your parents.
Marty and Jennifer. Is it on the left? So they said closet. So I guess it must be this one. Jesus. She has nice taste. She has nice taste. She probably didn't. Except pink. She has nice. Okay.
Who are you? What are you doing in my room?
Haven't you heard? We're getting married.
So, you're the one. Steve, isn't it?
You mean you don't know me?
I mean, I don't know anyone. I don't remember anything. How many times do I have to say it?
Just one, Stephanie, because I can't remember a damn thing either.
Really? Oh God, I thought it was
This
just
is
me.
interesting.
You're not alone. Can you tell me what's going on here?
Those people downstairs have locked me in my room. They say I'm grounded until the wedding. They claim to be my parents. I can't dispute it because I can't remember for sure one way or the other, but it doesn't feel right. I believe you. Maybe some of these people believe you too. Maybe they're playing dumb.
Why?
Maybe they're responsible. Either way, something really weird is going on here. I've got to escape, and so do you. Because in a way, whether you know it or not, I think we're both grounded.
Escape?
Harvest is a prison, Steve. Don't forget that. You haven't been locked in your room for a week. Everything in Harvest seems to revolve around this damned lodge, this Order of the Harvest Moon. They're responsible for this insane bake sale that's coming, and for the Harvest Blood Drive, too. When people talk about the lodge, it's always in this hushed, reverent tone. Mom keeps telling me that women can't join, but she keeps pressuring me to get you to join.
Okay, yeah, so it's obvious what my objective...
She's not the only one who wants me to sign on with the lodge.
That's probably the worst thing you could do.
You think the lodge is some kind of trap?
I think all of Harvest is a trap.
If that's true, maybe joining the lodge is the way out.
Look, why not explore the town a little? I can't get out of here, but if I could, that's what...
You're really afraid of the lodge, aren't you?
I look at that building, all lit up at night, and
I mean, look at the damn thing. Seem like a harmless bunch of Masons to you?
She looks crazy. She's not very attractive. I mean, maybe it's the clothes, but
come back and visit me.
She doesn't seem that attractive to me. Let's see, who have we got in here? It's the bathroom. Yes, it is. Bathtub. The rubber ducky has seen better days. Towels are stiff as boards. She's purdy, if you say so. Oh, I can fix it. Ooh. I take back what I said. She's actually fairly attractive. Excuse me. Can I say that again? Oh no, I can. I'll just save that for later use. Okay then. We'll